Okay, so today's lesson is 5.3 notes, identifying and writing proportions. So an equivalent ratio is a ratio that name the same comparisons, like an equivalent fraction. Proportion is an equation stating that two ratios are equivalent. Okay, so here's your directions for your classwork and homework to determine if ratios are proportional. So here's your steps. Step 1, cross multiply. Step 2, if the products are equal, the ratios are proportional. So let's look at example 1. So you have 6/13, 2/7, and 3/8. All right, to see if they're proportional, you're going to cross multiply. So you're going to multiply 7 times 6 is 42, and 3 times 2 is 26. Then you're going to multiply 8 times 2, which is 16, and 7 times 3 is 21. Look at all these numbers up at the top. Are they all the same? If they're not the same, then they are not proportional, so the answer would be no. Let's look at example 2. You have 7/12 and 3/5. So you're going to cross multiply. So 5 times 7 is 35, and 12 times 3 is 36. Are they the same numbers? They are not, so the answer is no. They are not proportional. Let's look at number 3. Usually if I see that I have big numbers, I will reduce the 14 and the 18. I know I can divide top and bottom by 2, and I get 7/9. Well, now if you look at this, if I reduced it, there's 7/9, and here's 7/9. So they are proportional, so they'll be yes. Okay, here's the next direction. It says find a ratio equivalent to each ratio, then use the ratios to write a proportion. So all you have to do is multiply. It's just like your fractions. Tell me what you're multiplying or dividing by. So 7/11, I'm going to just multiply by 2. You can choose whatever number you want, but make it easy on yourself. So 7 times 2 is 14, and 11 times 2 is 22. So that is finding the equivalent ratio. But then the next direction says use the ratio to write a proportion. So you need to write 7/11 is equal to 14/22. Try number 2 on your own, and when you're ready, you can push play. So you could have multiplied by any number you wanted to. I'm going to multiply by 10 because that's an easy number to multiply. So then I have 60 over 130. And to write a proportion, you write 6 over 13 is equal to 60 over 130. All right, the next part says find an equivalent ratio. So you have 8/9, which is really 8 over 9. So it's just the same thing as what we were doing before. You can multiply or divide by any number as long as you show me what you're doing. And then, so I'm going to multiply by 2. So 8 times 2 is 16. 9 times 2 is 18. And there's your equivalent ratio. So then I would write this as 16 to 18, exactly the way they have written it. 9:11, we really use 9 over 11. Tell me what you're multiplying by. I'm going to say 10, which is 90 over 110. So then I'd have to rewrite the original way, so it'd be 90:110. Okay, number 3 is 6 over 1. Tell me what you're going to multiply by, so I'm going to just multiply by 2, so it'll be 12 over 2. So then we have to rewrite it the original way. It would be 12:2.